All right, guys, so I'm here with Melissa. So we're going to be talking about the kind of how all of the experienced PT coaches kind of do their job and coach their clients, train themselves. And this is going to be a short introduction to Melissa as a coach and the kind of thing that she's enjoying with her clients at the minute and things you kind of expect to see from her in terms of content, how-to guides that you'll see on our Instagram profile and our YouTube channel as well. So, Melissa, what training have you been doing recently, like with yourself, with your clients, that you've been enjoying, stuff that you're excited to share, on the YouTube channel in terms of like maybe longer form kind of how-to guides?
So for myself, quite a lot of skill-based stuff. So I teach the silks and things, but off the silks, I like doing the skills. So anything from like capoeira to learning how to get better mobility.
Okay, so obviously skill as a kind of training methodology for you is something you've always really enjoyed. You've enjoyed programming it, you've enjoyed training it yourself, and obviously you've enjoyed sharing that with your clients. But I guess within the fitness industry and fitness instructor education, skill's not one of those things that's maybe talked about a lot. Obviously, like we've got the camp of the functional fitness team, and you've got the camp of, I guess, CrossFit, Olympic lifting kind of coaches talking about movement mechanics in a very that's how you move type, I guess, attitude. Whereas you're not talking about that. So when you're talking about movement skill, I always think when I see you train, with your clients, it's a much more expressive form of exercise, which I guess doesn't fit, goals should be a 4-minute mile. Goals should be what can you press over your head. Goals should be always in a straight line. Because I guess so much of what we've got in the kind of modern fitness industries come from things like bodybuilding, things like athletics, which I totally get, and there's loads of merit in those things. But yeah, you found this style of exercise that's maybe a little bit more creative. So like, talk about how you've found that for yourself, but I guess more importantly, how do you share that idea of exercise with people that are almost unaware of that, I guess, kind of option of having fun with their exercise?
So yeah, you said about expressing movement and expressing how you want to move and how you feel through movement. So again, taking things to the silks will always make me move in a completely different way to how I move on the floor. And my clients see it from my training and things, and they think, oh, I'll never be able to do that. Can you show me how to do that thing in the air? Can you show me how to do that thing on the floor? And yeah, we dial it back to the basics. So I've got Victoria, one of my clients, who it's not a basic move, but she really wants to learn how to do a pistol squat. So obviously we start off building the stability and the strength, and she's on the TRX doing them. So yeah, I've taken off the TRX, and she's now beginning to learn how to get the skill for the pistol squat and things like that. So it's just from seeing my training and seeing what I do.
So like for you, like was it silks? Was that the first thing you found where you kind of got, I guess, excited about learning a skill? What was the first thing?
So yeah, it would have been silks here, because before coming here, I was a member at regular gyms that, had just fixed equipment, no space to move, and I thought that's how I should train. And I was instantly bored, but I thought, no, that's what I've got to do. I had crap on the weekend, so let's work that off. And then when I came here and I saw this space, I didn't know how to use it. And I saw the silks and I thought, oh, amazing, let's go on those. And I thought, I'm never going to be able to do it. I can't do a pull-up.
But that's funny, right? Because I mean, like, so you saw the silks and you got excited about it, but like, I mean, certainly like back then, we didn't necessarily, I mean, we didn't have anybody that was amazing at the silks when we pretty much opened the gym. I mean, that was 2017, right? So you saw them. You hadn't necessarily gone to see like Cirque du Soleil loads. So like, what was it? Like, it was just a black bit of silk hanging from the ceiling you got excited about. But obviously you got onto that and then developed all your coaching, did all your qualifications, all that kind of stuff. But you've now taken that, I guess, attitude to exercise in, I've seen that trick, I've seen that skill. So to get it, I've got to develop the mobility, the stability, the strength, the power to be able to get that shape or to get that movement. So there is so much that comes before nailing the trick, or certainly like, nailing the trick with any form that makes it look easy. Because I think that's what people get excited about when they see calisthenics or aerials or any of the stuff in the air. And they go, oh my God, how do they make that look easy? And you're like, oh, you didn't see the year of me just doing repetitive, boring exercise that to us stops being boring because it has a narrative, right? So you've kind of justified maybe exercise that you used to see that didn't have any relevance. It didn't feel important to you in terms of whatever, toning up, losing weight, changing your body shape, whatever. All of a sudden, those kind of movements started to make a lot more sense because you wanted that skill, that trick that looks amazing. And it looks amazing when you make it look easy, right?
Yeah.
So obviously you've done that with silks, and I know that you've helped so many clients that have looked at the silks and gone, that looks cool, but that's not for me. And you've proved them wrong a million times, right? Which is cool. What outside of silks has helped you do that with, I guess, different types of clients? Because also you mentioned capoeira. I know that you enjoy a lot of the different styles of calisthenics and flows. So where we've had the urban strength bar, and I'll use the urban strength bar for a lot of static stuff. You don't. So where have you found that style of exercise is now transferred into other pieces of equipment as well?
So, like you mentioned with the urban strength bar, I'm telling you, if I find something boring or anything like that, I just won't do it, or I'll change it to what makes my body feel better in moving. So the static stuff on the urban strength bar is great, but then I started exploring the movement with the bar and found that adding, a certain rotation in or a lunge at this point just made parts of my body feel better. So things like my back is pretty much tight from the silks all the time. So using the bar as an aid, but using it in a flow sort of sense, and then just body weight stuff on the floor, and again looking at the rings, just changing it up and just going with almost how your body feels in doing that movement. If it feels ugly, it's going to look ugly. And I've always sort of kind of found that. I think you said that once about training. If it feels ugly, it's going to look ugly as well. So I like to not feel ugly.
I think finding stuff that makes you feel good. And I think sometimes people have a guilt trip about wanting to look good or feeling good about the fact they look good, and whether that's statically in the mirror when they got the top off, or whether it's the way they move in the gym, and I think that's a really nice way of you enjoying the value in getting fitter. Like, me getting fitter isn't just me lifting more weight or running faster or for longer or whatever. It's me moving with better quality, because I guess there's a lot of parallels between, if I can use my body better, the quality of my movement is better, I've experienced a better quality of life. And that's a massive jump for a lot of people that don't know what we're talking about. But that's why we enjoy, I guess, the more expressive, exciting, I guess, movements that allow us to kind of express our personalities.
Just having freedom in the body.
And certainly, like you said, silks, I guess all the aerials, the straps, and aerial hoop, and to an extent the rings and things like that, even the parallettes, urban strength bar, Indian clubs. Obviously, you mentioned capoeira. There's a lot of freestyle stuff as well that we do, right? So I think that's really helped me with my clients. And I know that, as you said, you've been able to kind of take people that aren't fit, they haven't exercised loads because they don't enjoy exercise. Why would anybody be fit if they don't enjoy exercise, right? So when we talk about how to exercise, my first one is always, how do we make it fun? Because nothing matters until, me and Kurt were just talking about best programs in the world aren't the best program in the world if nobody wants to do it. Because the one thing we all know is that fitness is consistency. You'll be really fit when you kind of practice fitness consistently. You got to do something consistently, you need to enjoy it. So that's where we need all these different kind of ways of giving our clients that experience of sharing these different styles of exercise, because there isn't a right and a wrong. There isn't a best style of exercise. And what we try to do is bring together all these fun things for people to share with, right? So for you, moving forward, like with your training, with your coaching, with your clients, what are you excited about over the next kind of few months, kind of doing more of with your clients to have some more fun over the summer?
You're not going to believe it. Cardio.
Oh my God.
I know. It's because of that High Rocks. I entered a High Rocks comp in October. That was FOMO. That got me in trouble. But, so I've always hated cardio, anything like that. And I never thought I'd go on the ski erg. But doing things like adding in a couple of Tabata rounds on the ski erg in between sort of like strength cycles, AMRAPs, emails, all of that sort of stuff have completely changed how I view cardio. So I added cardio into my training the other day on my own. Crazy.
Well, I think like when we launched the CrossFit facility here, like I remember having the conversation with Kurt. I was like, what would CrossFit look like if we discovered it yesterday? And we just did it ourselves. And certainly for a year or so, not even a year, it's 6 months. Like we dived into the conventional WODs, the benchmark WODs, the really famous ones. And more as I go into it, the more I start to kind of like always do my own thing. And I think just by not separating out all these different styles of workout. So that's my calisthenics
Yeah.
workout, and that's my weightlifting
Mhm.
workout, and that's my strongman workout, and that's my martial arts workout, and that's my conditioning workout. You know, you start to put them all together, and I'm getting fitter, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm not getting fitter because I'm putting more time into it, you know. So that's what's really interesting to me is like, you know, you're not having to find more hours, more half-hour sessions, but by bringing them all together, it's starting to feel like a different challenge, and like you said, it's actually starting to feel a little bit more exciting and a bit more enjoyable. So yeah, I've seen some great results from mixing it up, and like, you know, I think there's definitely seasonality to the styles of exercise that we enjoy. It's so much easier to
Yeah,
enjoy getting
absolutely.
outside, going for a little run in between your workouts, and with the facility we have here, it just works really
Yeah.
well for us. So sounds good. So anyway, guys, you're going to see a lot more longer form how-to guides from Melissa on our YouTube channel. So make sure that you subscribe and hit the little bell that lets you see all the notifications. Watch out for the posts on our Instagram channels as well, because that'll give you kind of highlights of when these different bits of content are coming out. But yeah, we'll catch you guys soon for more how-to content from the Xperience PT crew.